Welcome back viewers. In today's video we are going to check out the MX Linux 21.3 XFCE Desktop. So the MX Linux 21.3 point release contains the update to Debian 11.6 Bullseye base, new and updated applications. The XFCE Desktop contains the XFCE 4.18 update, so you get the latest XFCE Desktop. All releases ship with a menu libre menu editor. MX menu editor is now deprecated. Deb installer is included, which is a new tool, and the XFCE and Fluxbox ISOs uh, have this Deb installer tool to install the Deb files directly, and it replaces the GDB. Most MX applications have received the translation updates, and some more will come. The NTX Live and Remaster system has been updated in the MX Linux. All the releases of the different desktops in MX Linux now have updated firmware packages. And the XFCE and the Fluxbox ISOs have been updated to the latest 5.10 kernel. And the AHS, that is the advanced system, and the KDE now uses the 6 version kernel. So now let us go over to the actual desktop. So this is how the login screen or the greeter screen looks. You have got a top panel where you can choose the session. So this is the session manager. You have got the date time function on the left side of the panel. You have got accessibility features. You have got the keyboard chooser. You have got the local chooser. And then you have got this power menu. So now let us log in into the actual desktop. So this desktop doesn't scale automatically to the correct resolution. So we will have to do it ourselves. Let us go over to the display settings and increase the screen resolution. Yes, this also there is an issue. It won't scale up. So we'll have to be happy with what we have got. We cannot go and change into the higher resolution. So let me see if anything is possible. No. So we will have to continue with the review in the reduced scale of display. So we are now greeted with this welcome screen. Everybody knows the welcome screen. You get links to the FAQs, user manual, the MS Linux wikis, tools, the tweak panel. So you can directly tweak the panel settings. There is link to forums, videos. You can contribute to the MX project. You can direct get a link to the popular apps, so you can install all the popular apps. You can take a tour of the MX Linux. You can see here the MX version is now MX 21.3. Desktop is XFCE 4.18. It is supported up to June 2026. The Debian version, that is the base of the MX Linux, is now 11.6. So now I will go back to the welcome screen. Now let us go to the tweak panel. So right now the default position of the panel, that is the XFCE panel, is on the left side of left side. It is shown on vertically. Now you have to go and make it to the bottom. So I will change the settings here, and then you have to apply the settings. So this is more comfortable for me than the left vertical left side. Then this is the theme section. You can see here the different themes and all those kind of things are there. So they were there in our earlier version also. So they are here in the new version also. There is nothing, no changes are there. Only the base has changed. There are some updates to the applications and updates to the kernel, and the new installer is there. MX installer is there. So this is the window manager decorations. The icons are there to choose from. So I will now close this. I will just give you a small look. So everything is just like it was in the earlier version. Now let us go over. Let us check out the MX tools. Where is the installer? MX installer. Yes, this live persistent and remastering tools, those are from the NTX. Those have been updated. So this tool is now updated because they have done the update to the NTX, and then the NTX updates roll over to the MX Linux. So this is updated. Now let us search for the installer. So this is the package installer. You can see the Deb installer is there. So you can directly install any Debian package. So .deb file, you can install it from here, and it has taken the place of GDB. So GDB is no longer available. So you can directly search in the file menu and then install any .deb file. Plus you can see it here. The MX package installer is also there. So using the MX package installer, you can install many popular apps. So if you click here, where was the welcome screen? So the welcome screen also has a, just a moment, I will show you what I want to show you. Yes, no, welcome screen. Yes, MX welcome. So if you click here, popular apps, that also it will open the MX installer only. So you can see it here, the MX installer will open. So you can search for the your favorite app. There is sections like audio, browser, children, desktop environments. You can see here the favorite desktops like Budgie, Gnome, KD, LXD, Mate, and XFCE are there. So you can install those desktops. You can install emails, file manager, FTP. So it's a long list, kernels, everything is there. You can change the repos. You can change from the stable to the testing repos. From testing repos, you can come to the stable repos. You can change over and add the MX test repos. You can add the Debian backports repos. These are the Debian backports repos. You can add those. You can add direct flatpaks. So the flatpaks can be directly installed from the system. No need to go to FlatHub. So as it was in earlier versions, all the features are available. Only the small changes have been done, and the system apps, applications, and the system base has changed to 11.6. Rest all the things are there. It was already a great Linux distribution. It is number one in the DistroWatch, and it continues to be number one month on month, year on year. So here you can see the different flatpaks that are available for install right here in the MX package installer. Now let us check anything else. Now I will TT. Yes. Now here you can see the NVIDIA driver installer is also there. Let us click on this. So you can install the NVIDIA driver using this. So you can install the NVIDIA driver. So how to install? I will show you in one of the uh, videos in future. So for that, how to install? It is very easy to install the NVIDIA drivers in MS Linux. So I will cover this up in a separate video. I will have to use the machine with the NVIDIA drivers. So right now it is not possible. I have installed Windows on my laptop. I will have to create a partition to install the MX Linux, and then only I can show you how to install the NVIDIA drivers in MX Linux. Very easy. There is a tool given. So I have already opened the tool, and the tool has opened the terminal to install, but it did not find the NVIDIA card because we are running in the virtual machine and it cannot proceed ahead with the installation. Rest everything is all same as it is there in the typical Linux installation. Let us check the task manager. You can see it here, the memory usage 39%, that is around 751.6 MB. It is not very light, not very heavy. It's okay. Most of the modern systems have at least 8 GB of RAM, so you can make it work very light in the modern systems, and in the old systems with 2 GB or less, it will work comfortably. So you can see it here. Less than half memory is used. CPU usage is below 6%, swap usage is 0. These are all the applications that are running. Now let me check if something. Now let us check out the Conky themes. Lucky backup is given. You can also install Timeshift if you prefer Timeshift, but Lucky backup is also a good backup system. I used it. There is additional file manager. It is a terminal-based file manager that called Midnight Commander, so it works in very less resources. Now I want to show you now the appearance. Yes, Synaptic Package Manager is also there. Let us check out the Synaptic Package Manager. So it is there. It is an advanced graphical based package manager, and you can say software store also. So you can search and install many applications that are not visible in the Gnome store or KD store. Those are visible here, and you can make full utilization of all the application packages available in the distribution repos using this. You can see here Alsa mixer is given, Ascenders, CD Reaper, Clementine, MTP client for MP3 players, pulse audio volume control, VLC player is there, webcamoid is there to take picture and record videos from your system camera, XF1 for your DVD and CD burning requirements. This is the settings manager. You can see ad block is very nice. I will show you how to use the ad block. You have to open the ad block. So this application is from the NTX Linux distribution. So you have to do nothing. You have to just say OK. It will ask you the preferred ad blocking service. So there are 6 options: MVPS, system control, someone who cares, Jojo, ad servers, and unblock. So I normally use system control. You can choose any one of them. They all are going to work, and you have to say yes. So this will create a whitelist and a blacklist. So it will download the whitelist and blacklist from the servers, and they will configure your host file. So host file, if the website is in the blacklist, then your browser won't be able to open that website, and if it is in the whitelist, then only the web browser can open the website. So you will be safe from the malicious websites, and your personal information cannot be stolen. You can see here the host file has been updated, and you have to restart the browser once this ad blocker is activated. So after the uh, browser is restarted, it will be protected. Yes, now let us check out the appearance section. So this is the XFCE appearance app. So here the Advaita dark, arc dark, arc darker, arc lighter, Blackbird theme is there, Blackbird dark. So all these themes are there by default. They were there in the earlier versions of MX Linux XFCE Desktop also. And the default theme is MX Comfort. Let us go over and do it MX Comfort Dark. Let us see what happens. Yes, so it has become completely dark. Just go back to the system. Where is the appearance? Yes. Again, open it. Now let us go for the new mix one. New mix one is one of my favorites. The desktop looks very cool with this theme or style, and the default icons are Papyrus, MX View, Dark Plains. So we can go with Tango. Let us search for the new mix. So the new mix is there. Let us change over to the new mix. Yes. So the new mix is there, and we have chosen the new mix style also. So let us go with the new mix icons. Fonts, Noto is good. I prefer Noto and Monospace, so they are good, but you can change over if you want. Now let us check out the backgrounds that are available. So the different wallpapers are there. Let us check out each of the wallpaper. This is very nice looking wallpaper. This bee is there. This is beautiful wallpaper. You can see it here. Then let us go ahead, check each of the wallpapers. This is also very nice wallpaper. My personal best. This also I prefer. All the wallpapers in MX desktops are very great. You can see it here. This is so not that great. This one is also very nice looking. This is from the earlier MX Linux release. This too is from the earlier release. So this one is also very nice looking. This is the water flower. This one is also great looking wallpaper. This is also a nice one. There are a lot of wallpapers given, so I think we will not go in all wallpapers. At least I will pick up what I feel will look good. This one is really excellent looking wallpaper. You can see it. I will just minimize the window again. Yes, this is excellent looking wallpaper. This one should also look very good. Yes, definitely. This one is also nice looking wallpaper. This one, flowers. There are a lot of flower wallpapers. This fractal one is also very nice looking warm wallpaper. So I think most of the wall are. I will keep the bee wallpaper. This looks stunning. Now we will check something very different. Is there some different tab? Conky manager is there. Let us check out the Conky. So you get different Conkeys here. Right now, which Conky is there? So this MX41 Tangram is the default Conky. We can change the Conky from here. Let us. We have to check how the Conky looks. At the bottom, the preview is there. So you can check the Conky preview how it looks. So let us go over and change over to this Conky. I will close this and we will use the this Conky. See how it looks. Is centered, top center. If you want, you can change this. There are you can modify the Conky also if you want. This is how it looks. This is also beautiful looking Conky. Then you can go with this is full very informative Conky. This is favorite choice of nerds. This is a horizontal Conky, not to my liking. This one is minimal conky. You can see only minimum things are shown. Yes, no, now it has some graphs have come up, circular graphs in the bottom. So this is also nice looking, but it is not matching the wallpapers. What there should be a good contrast. Otherwise, we cannot read the conky data. Glass conky. This one is okay. We go with this conky conf. This one is not that good looking. Owen. Yes, this one is good looking, but it is at the bottom. We require it at the middle or the top. Top is very easy to read. Yes, this one is nice one. Roboto is also my favorite. I have used the Roboto also earlier, pink Roboto. This is my favorite. Looks very nice and it is minimal, not too many information. And you can go over to the MX Elementary. So this is at it is centered, top centered. So this is also nice looking one. Very simple and elegant. Then this is the futuristic conky. So it is filling up the complete desktop right side. So not my favorite. This is also very unique conky made of honeycomb. So there are lots of conkeys. You can choose your conky. Not one. I will not. Let us use this disk use conky. No memory conky. So there are some specific conkeys for the disk use, memory, network. So you can use multiple conkeys also. So you have got a general conky. So general conky will display most of the things like CPU usage, RAM usage, disk usage, and there are specific conkeys. So you can use a general conky along with a specific conky. So you can choose the general conky and also use a disk conky. So you can mix and match. This is also nice one. This one it is centered and looks very nice. And this one is also very unique, bar conky. So I am trying to show you the power of the MX Linux desktop. So how much configurable it is, how much beautiful, how much future rich it is. Most future rich application rich desktop in Linux world is MX Linux and NTX. NTX also, if you go and check the NTX video in our playlist, channel playlist, you will know it is full of very light but very useful future rich applications developed by the NTX developers. Let us try this Semplice one, how it looks. This is also nice looking, but it is not matching the wallpaper. Top bar conky. Let us try this out. So this is a horizontal conky. This is not to my liking. So they spoil the look of the desktop. This Voyager conky. This should look very nice. Yes, it is compact and on the middle of the top side of the desktop looks very nice. And this is the NTX conky. So this makes the MX Linux look like a NTX desktop. So this is also very nice one. Now let us try this one. Flare. What was the name? System Flare. There it is. Even there is one this weather conky is also there. This one is not matching the wallpaper. I will remove this. We have already seen this. Where is this? I just shown. Ah, yes, system flare updated. This should be very nice looking. Yes, definitely. Even by just reading the name, I can know which conky will look very good. This is very minimal but very beautiful looking conky. So henceforth, I will use this conky on my desktops. You can see it here. It's very beautiful. I think there are some updates also. Let us check out what updates are there. So there is some upgrade is available. So the Linux headers are going to change. some of these applications are going to get updated. A total 44 application packages will upgrade. 3 will be newly installed, 0 to remove, 0 to update. 157 MB of archives will be downloaded, and 377 MB of additional disk space will be used. So you have to just click on the upgrade, give your password, and then the system will upgrade, confirm, minimize. So now let us go and check if anything else is there. One of the best desktops, I can tell you, all the MX Linux desktops, fully loaded, bristling with applications, tools like found in no other system. That's why it is number one. Now let us check out the H-top. So with the full upgrade running in the background, you can see the system is still using just below 700 MB of RAM. Swap space is just 5.79 MB. You can see only 168 threads are running and 113 tasks are running. And you can see the load average is also very low. Uptime, that is shown here. And these are all the processes that are running. Very less processes are there. So this shows the greatness of the system that is developed by the MX Linux developers. One of the best Linux distros available in the market. Let us try out the disk usage. You can see here. So just around 7 GB of disk has been used by the installation. This is a fresh install. So of course, if you install more applications, it will going to bloat. But by default, it is very light. This is the application to monitor your hard disk health. So right now the hard disk won't be shown because yes, it is showing beautiful. It is showing the virtual disk also. You can see it here. View output. Let us see. Okay, so mandatory smart. So smart command is failing. Otherwise, it is able to detect. So it is very shocking for me. It is able to detect the virtual disk also and virtual DVD ROM also. But in real life, whenever you are using this on your system, always enable this G-Smart control. It will monitor your hard disk health, and if your hard disk is going to fail, the critical parameters are below the certain thresholds, then it will give you a warning. So you can take a backup of your data and change your hard disk. So this is all possible. So you have to just open this app, G-Smart Control, click here, tick box, enable smart. That is the uh, control and monitoring of your hard disk, and enable auto offline data collection. So this will data collection will be done to improve the G-Smart control application. So you can safely do it. I think it won't be of any privacy issue for you. And there are certain options. You can see the execution log, update the drive database, reread the data, view details, load the smart control output as a virtual device, rescan the device list, and you can quit it from here. So in this video, I'm focusing on the things that were not repeated earlier. So I'm only now focusing on the new things, because in many of the videos we have done the same things repeatedly. Now we will not touch those things. The new users can go and watch the older videos. Otherwise it becomes boring for the advanced users to see and read and watch the same things again and again in all the reviews. So I will now henceforth focus only on the things that have changed. I will not focus on the general things. So we have covered the general things in many of our videos in the earlier. So I will not be covering those things. Now I think we have done the task manager. Yes, we have checked the task manager. Update is complete or what? Okay, it is making the kernel modules right now. Let it finish. What is this lace paint? We are not covered. Okay, so it is a painting application. I think you can create your painting. You can draw, paint. brush, and then you can save it. So it is a painting application. Again, it is open source, Lace Paint. So this is new. This is a new application. I saw it for the first time. Games. So these games are there. I will not go into games. I am not fan of games. Rest all the things I will check out. So MX Viewer is a basic document viewer and browser. So if you don't have the complete Office Suite install, you can use this application to open the application. So you can find it here. It is a viewer. This is a system application made by the MX developers. So you can use this to view the documents if you don't have the open Office or any Office Suite install on your system. We will further check if any new applications that we are not covered are there. Webcam is there, but I have not given permissions to the virtual machine to access my camera, so we won't be able to check this out. Let us check out this disk manager, what it is, how it works. Okay, so here you can see 7 GB of 6.8 GB to be precise. Only file system is being used by the installation of MX Linux in the root partition. That's great. Yes, this job scheduling. So here you can schedule your jobs using some commands. So you have to view your commands here. You have to create. So I think this will be a separate video how to create jobs in this, and then you have to administer the jobs. So if the job list is here, variables, the command. So it is just like a script. So you have to create a script, and the job scheduler will schedule the jobs according to the script you create here. So I think we will do it in one of the future videos, how to create the jobs in the and schedule the jobs in the job scheduler. Yes, and this iDevice mounter, yes, this is also an app we are not checked out earlier. So if you got an iPhone and if you want to attach it to your MX desktop, so you can use this device. So right now I don't have iPhone, so if iPhone is there, if you connect it with the USB, it will be shown here, and then you can mount the iPhone drive here, and then you can access it. You can transfer your files to and fro using this, and you can also rescan. If the connection is lost, you can rescan and mount the iPhone internal drive, and then you can access it and transfer files to and fro between the MX desktop and the iPhone. And it is developed by the MX team only. So this is added feature for the iPhone users. And this is the live kernel updater. So if you got MX Linux USB, so if you install the MX Linux in USB, then you can update the kernel in the USB stick using this. So it will update the live kernel. So you can use the USB stick to install the ISO image, and then you can update the kernel inside the ISO image using this live kernel updater. So your live desktop will always remain updated with the latest kernel. So you can use this to update the kernel in your live desktop. Okay, there are a lot many things. Yes, this MX boot repair. So this also I think I covered, but I'll let us cover it again. So if your say bootloader is corrupted, you can reinstall your boot loader. So what you have to do is, suppose your system fails to boot, then you have to use the live desktop of MX Linux. Any MX Linux desktop, be it KDE or XFCE or Fluxbox, you can use. You have to boot into the live environment or the live desktop, then open this, start this application, that is the MX boot repair. Select the reinstall grub bootloader on ESP, MBR or PBR root, and then you have to apply it. So it will automatically run the scripts and repair the grub bootloader. You can also repair the grub configuration file. You can back up the MBR or PBR it is only for the legacy boot systems, and you can restore MBR PBR from a backup. So you can take a backup and then restore the backup using this application. So it is a great tool for the all the users of MX Linux. So this is why MX Linux is at number one. See a number of tools they are given for the users, and this is the MX cleanup. So you can clean up and keep your system tidy using this. So you can clean folders, thumbnail, cache. You can free disk space for each user. So if you've got multiple users, you can specify the users you want to clean the system. So that user folder will be created, not created, it will be cleaned. So suppose if you have got two users, Sam, and say there is another user, say Chetan is there, or some any user is there, Paresh is there, or Ramesh is there. So you can specify the user Sam, Ramesh, any name you give. Gary is there, Alison is there. You can select the user that is installed on the system, and then you can clean the folders of the user, and you can clean the thumbnails, cache, not accessed files for how many days. You can specify all potentially dangerous files. You can clear the apt cache for that user. You can clean the flat patch, so it will remove the unused runtimes. You can delete the old logs, empty the trash. You can even schedule the cleaning activity for each user. So it is a very helpful tool to keep your system tidy and running it bug free. So whenever you clean the system, also there is a possibility that any virus that is come, that virus also gets removed, because viruses once they enter the system, they will not uh, do damage to your system immediately. They always work at some time. To in the code they are specified at what time the virus will activate, and only at that time the virus will activate. Otherwise it remains dormant for much of the time, and not only activates when the code says that it has to get activated. So everything depends on the code. So all these viruses, unwanted files and temporary files, everything, the file browser cache, everything will be cleaned by the MX cleanup. So this is a great tool. I think yes, this MX tools. And this is the MX fix JPG keys. So this also automatically feeds the JPG keys. So suppose there was issue with the JPG keys. Suppose the repos had the older JPG keys, so you can automatically update the JPG keys of the repos, or any application that requires JPG keys. It will repair the JPG keys and it will update and install the newer JPG keys. Lot of tools are there. The Samba configuration manager is there. MX repo manager is there. You can see it here, the repo manager. You can change the repos. You can add the repos either from MX, Debian. You can add individual sources. So you can add the source files for the application that you are installing. And you can also restore the original apt sources as they were when you did a fresh install. Codex installer we have seen, MS Conky we have seen, MX network assistant is there, so you can use this to configure the network. So you can see it here. And also there are some blocked drivers, so they might be having some security risk associated with them, or they are just old and they need to be blocked because they will be not functional with the new hardware. And you can configure your networks from here. Lot many tools are there. Do try to use all these tools because they are very useful. You can see it here. Sorry, this is the MX tool. I wanted to open another app. Just a moment. MX tools. I wanted to open the MX tool. So you can use this MX tool. So it will show you all the tools that are there. So live USB maker is there to create your USB and install live image on the USB. You can take system snapshots. You can change root. You can do the rescue scanning. You can do disk management. You can schedule the jobs that we have seen. The boot options are there. If you click on this, you can change the boot options. So this is very much required when you have got a multi-boot situation where you got Windows plus MX or MX plus other Linux, or you got multiple Linux installations along with Windows. You can specify kernel parameters, background images, splash screen, splash images, messages that will be shown during the booting. All those things you can do it from here. This is another very great tool. The NVIDIA driver install I have told you already. I will show you how to install the NVIDIA driver in the MX Linux. Then you can do the bash configurations. The Samba config is there, so you can configure your Samba shares and the Samba users using this tool. Sound configuration tool is there. Everything is there. Repo manager, package installer. Most of the things I have shown. iDevice mounter I have also shown you. Network assistant I have shown you. Date time. This panel tweak I have shown you how to do the panel tweak. You can use the system locals to configure your locals. You can see it here. Just I will try show you how to install the local. So for me, let us go and install the India local. Let me search. Yes, ENIN UTF-8. So this is my local. So I will install this right now. So this will be generating the local on the system. So it takes some time, 4-5 minutes. Let it work in the background. Let us check any other thing that is pending. Yes, I think we were inside another. Yes, so the update or sorry upgrade is totally complete and we can close it. Just I will hit the enter key. It will close the upgrade that was going on in the terminal. I will close this Conky manager. Let us go here and open the MX tools again. Bash configuration. So you can do the bash configuration. So I will have another video because this is another big topic. So I will close this right now. We will have a video on this in the later part sometime later after some months whenever I get time. So I think I have done all the things we have checked out. User manager, yes. So I think user manager was pending. I will show you the user manager. So you can add the user, change the user password, delete the user account, rename the user account. There are some options to modify user account, restore defaults. That is this group memberships, Mozilla configs. You can also do configuration for the web browser, that is Mozilla from here. Copy sync between desktops. So you can copy the profiles of user from one desktop to other using this. You can even copy the entire user home from one desktop to other desktop. Similar, you can copy the documents folder, shared folders, Mozilla configs from one desktop to other desktop. So right now the network is not configured. You will require the network to be configured so that you can search the new desktop that you want to transfer the settings to, and then you have to just copy. It will be all totally automated process. I think the new desktop also needs to be MX, so I think it will copy successfully between MX desktops only, new and old. Then you can add and remove groups. So you can add and remove group membership of the user. You can create a user level group, also new group. You can do group membership also. So I think this also entails a separate video how to administer users in the MX Linux. So this is very easy since it is a graphical based administration. So it will be very easy. I will show you how to do that in another video. So we have covered this. Now let us check if something else is pending. Brightness system tray. So the brightness system tray is not there by default, but you can have the brightness system tray here where it is. Let me check. Yes, this is the, so you can configure the brightness of the system. So right now it is not making much of a difference. I think it because of the virtual machine, but you can change the brightness from here and then you can save it. Okay, I think it is yes, it is not working, it is failing, so I will go with the default value. Yes, so I think it is failing, so I will close this, but it is how this is how you do the settings here. Yes, so the configuration of the uh, new local, that is ENIN, that is the Indian local, has been done. You have to close the window, because you see the default will continue to remain in the English local, will be the for the US will be the default local as it was there since the installation. But after this installation of ENIN, that is the Indian local, has been done, I can change over the default local to Indian local from the US local, and then I can remove the US local altogether subsequently. So it is a step-by-step process to change the local from one local to the other local. We have done a thorough review of the MX Linux 21.3 along with some new MX Linux applications, so that were not covered in the earlier videos of the MX Linux. So now I will stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.